Alright, so we got this cleaned up now. Not too bad. So we used a BDL nut here. The Harley nut I have to force it down, so I don't want to go that much. So, see how that just goes under like that, nice and easy now. So now we got a usable shaft again, because these are hard to come by. 79 to 83. Only time they had this shaft. Probably don't make a ton of these anymore. If they do, I'm sure they're $250–300. So we saved it. Don't beat on into your shaft; it destroys them. Okay, now we gotta put this thing all back together again, so we can use it. So that means we'll take some of these parts over here. Here. Okay, that's good. So just use those clamshell bearings. Instead of being plastic cage where it spreads open, these are actually metal cages. These don't bend. So I don't know what year they changed them, but obviously somewhere later years they changed this stuff to cheaper plastic. I'm sure it's way cheaper to make plastic than to make good ones. So we got a thrust washer that goes against the snap ring there. We got a gear. We got a couple bearings that go in here. So you know you're dealing with original parts when you find weird junk in them. And a spacer. There you go, it's ready to go back together. So I didn't push this out on together, so now I can put together easier. So that just goes in there. Just slide it over a little bit to clear. There we go. All these line up now and just push it all together. Put them just like that. Push straight down. Should be good to go. As long as I don't lose all the washers off the bottom, we'll be fine. But be careful about that. Alright, let's just go over here to our press. See if we can break something. Now, I didn't put any grease or anything on the bearing here to keep it from falling down, so I just have to do it the old-fashioned way. Just hope and prayer. Yeah, it's the old-fashioned way. Solid as a rock. Get off the end of the shaft would help then. Okay, make sure your gears are lined up. Okay, everything's engaged right now. Okay. Go and do the other side right now. Make sure you're not binding. Okay, stop moving, quit pressing on, you break stuff. Let me go back to the other one over here. Now this one I gotta make sure the washer stays up where it belongs, so I'm gonna hold it up. Stop right there. And quit moving, quit pushing. If you don't, it breaks. So everything rotates freely until you drop down, so that's a good sign. Okay, that's how you do it. There shouldn't be a lot of in-play here. A little more than I would think it would have, but it stopped moving, so I don't want to keep pushing on it. But we can try it one more time, see if we go deeper. Nope. Ain't going no more. You can see the whole thing flexing there, so that means stop. Don't force it. It'll reward you by breaking. You gotta go find a bunch of parts you can't replace. This isn't a late 90s 5-speed. Early shit. Can't just find parts anywhere on these ones. Well, this is the gear set that you did a 5 and a 4 conversion training with. This is the gear set you used. So they are available. Okay, so now let this gear go back on here. I don't think this is supposed to disengage like this, so I guess I'll get something wrong. So now we're half a gear off, and you come off of that when it's fully engaged. I don't like being half a tooth off like that, but that's probably how they do it. Be my guess. We'll stick it together and see how it looks. If it doesn't look correctly, if it doesn't look correct, there might be something wrong. So, get a better view so you can see. Okay, the gasket's still here. I wiped all the goop out of there. It had a bit of water in this tranny, but nothing serious. It's not new, but it's usable. Dowel pins you got to go over, so light tapping's all you need. So make sure all the gears will engage like they're supposed to. Looks like that one is, so I got this gear in correctly. Engages everything like it's supposed to. And the fork was on this side, remember, so didn't want to come out of there. Okay, so that all looks pretty good to me. So now I go ahead and put the nuts up on here. This side. So you got a little washer like this that goes underneath the nut, between the nut and the bearing. There it is over here. It had to be somewhere. Now if you put it in 2 gears at once, these won't turn and it's easier to do the job. So let's engage right now. Refrain from putting your fingers in here. It could be hard on your fingers. When the dog pops out, all of a sudden it starts to rotate. If your finger's in there, you can guess what's going to happen. I have done both of those, just not dug in deep. It hurts. Don't do it. But you want to do it. You definitely want to do it. But don't do it. Okay, make sure it rotates freely. Make sure it's at least one of the gears. You're in one of the gear. As long as you're in one of the gear, all the teeth have to move, so you know there's no binding. So that's good. Okay, so now that's all on. So now it's just a matter of putting all these back together onto here. We need to put the shift forks in now. Okay, so here's one fork. This is a narrow looking one. This one's even narrower, so the narrow one goes in the middle. So now you just got left and right. So one goes in from this direction. See how this has a big cutaway on it? So it probably goes this way, I'm guessing. No, probably goes this way. No. Goes over here. There we go. This one goes over here. The gauges and gear will be easier to put together. Boom. Boom, more room. Okay, you got your fork here, shaft, goes into that hole right there. And if you did it right, these are all lined up. So if they're all lined up like they're supposed to be, you're good to go. It's kind of far away to see, isn't it? There you go. So they're all the same angle, not one like this, one like that. They're all straight. They all slide. Probably did it correct. If not, redo it. Okay, now I need some bolts for over here. These are the big 5/16 bolts. Another one. Another one. So we got a big long one here, I got a short one. I'm not sure why we got two different ones. Must be a bracket for something. Usually if you're going to have a bracket, it's going to be on the bottom. So I'm going to put the long bolts on the bottom. I didn't really pay attention when I took it off, so that way. This doesn't have very many threads on it though, so you gotta be careful about stripping that one. These ones here are pretty damn long. This one does not want to go in that hole. So I'm going to guess the straight one, short one's in this one, I'm guessing. Yeah, we'll go with that. I don't trust that middle one. That's tight. That one's tight. This one you gotta be careful about stripping this one. It's still tight though. If I deal with a zip gun, I'm gonna win too much. Okay. That's you.